Hi, today I want to talk to you about social media influencers. And what I want to talk to you in particular is about how you need to ensure that you get those influencers on side when you're using Twitter. Now, on a Twitter campaign, you are going to be, for example, selling something, you're going to be selling a product, and you're going to be selling a service. You might be selling holidays, you might be selling fashion. But in each case, you'll need to reach out to a large audience of people. And you're not just going to get thousands of people buying from you just like that. You need to actually get your word out through third parties who are going to extend your influence, right? So initially, I may have a few hundred followers. If I'm going to sell my product or service, I need to get out to a much, much larger audience. And the way to do that is to really reach out for influencers. Now, every single market that you're in, influencers are going to be a little bit different. What you need to do really is establish who are talking to your target market. So, for example, if you are selling holidays in France, you may be talking to travel writers, travel bloggers, other tourist authorities in France. If you're selling fashion, it might be people writing about fashion. It might be wholesalers who might be interested in what you had to offer. It might be bloggers who write about fashion. The key thing to do is to really find out, to do some research before you start your social media campaign. You need to actually do a bit of research to find out who your influencers are. And it's very easy to do that on Twitter because you simply go into the search box and you search for keywords relating to your conversation. If you, for example, are in the area of tourism, and you're selling, for example, you're renting out holiday cottages in Normandy, you might put in, travel Normandy or Normandy, France to see what conversations people are having. But the other thing that you can do is also look out for hashtags. On Twitter, very often they're going to be trending hashtags around travel to the area to the area of business that you're in. So, for example, if you sell fashion, it might be that you are selling swimwear. So you could look up the hashtag swimwear. It might be skiing equipment. There might be all sorts of hashtags to do with skiing equipment. So very quickly you can see on Twitter who are having conversations around those topics. Once you've spotted people who are involved in conversations, you can quite quickly seek out and see who those people are who are influencers. So for example, if it's skiing equipment, you can see if any of those people are travel writers, and then you can see how much influence those people have, which means what size of audience they've got and actually how far their audience reach is. So for example, they might have followers of a few hundred people, but it might be that their audience in turn talk to lots of other people. And on Twitter, that's known as having a clout, a lot of clout, having a high clout score. So you need to look at who's got a lot of influence, and you can do that quite easily using tools like Klout.com, Klout.com. Also, Hootsuite for managing Twitter enables you to see how much influence people have. And once you've established who are influencers who can talk to your audience, you need to actually start engaging with them. And you need to be monitoring who they are and what they're talking about. And that's to create lists. And a list really is a filtered group of people who you can monitor to see how they're getting on. So that is today's tip on how to use influencers. And I look forward to sharing more information and more tips on how you can use influencers to help your social media campaign grow. My name is Danny Bermant. I look forward to talking to you soon.